Everybody, my name's Rick McCutcheon, and today I'm on a very special Partner Talks with Thomas Ajspur of Enavate. Thomas, introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
Thanks, Rick, and thanks for inviting me to your amazing podcast show here. I'm Thomas Ajspur. I'm the founder and CEO of Enavate. Enavate is the worldwide dynamics partner in the SMB space. That's where our focus is. We are located in the United States, but we had an office in Ukraine, but we still have almost 200 team members in Ukraine.
Okay, and I think that's what we want to talk about today is, I've always known that you've had an office in the Ukraine. So, there's a lot of bad stuff happening in the Ukraine these days. Talk a little bit about sort of your team, what's going on, and what are you guys doing over at Enavate?
Yeah, so we, the war broke out in February 2024, and it's been difficult for all of us, not just the people in Ukraine, but all the team members in Enavate and in the world, of course. And the first months was just really hands-on, trying to help people out of their apartments, houses, cities, and so forth. We engaged a big network of people we knew that could help out, and they got people to safety. So we had more than 90% of people leaving their houses and cities are going to western or southern part of Ukraine where it was more safe, or also exiting out of Ukraine. Not many actually left Ukraine. The main reason is that men between 18 and 60 are not allowed to leave because there's this war law that they're not allowed to leave. And of course, if you have a husband, then you don't really want to leave. So most people stayed in Ukraine. So we only had 15% of the team members leaving Ukraine. Now we see them coming back again because Russia exited Kiev, and more people are going back to Kiev, back to their places, and are living as normal as life as you can get. They're super stressed, and they're very afraid of when will the next missile hit. We had a few days ago a missile 5 minutes walk from where we had our office in Kiev. We saw the shopping mall got hit a few days ago. So you just never know. So they're very stressed about that, but they're trying to live their life as normal as they can.
Okay, and I know you're involved with putting together a fund trying to help the Microsoft community in Ukraine. Maybe let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I. So this was the Monday after the war broke out. I was just saying, what else can I do? So I sent an email to our biggest competitor in Ukrainian market, again, ArganoArbela, which is based in the US, Clarity, which is based in Ukraine, Global Mediator, which is a Danish company, but have all their people in Ukraine, OntargIT, which is a Ukrainian, and SIS, which is a US with people in Ukraine, and then SMART businesses, local Ukrainian. So I sent an email to the CEOs of those businesses. And they said, I know we are normally competitors. Will it make sense to get together and figure out how we can help each other? And within 30 minutes, everybody said, yeah, let's have a meeting tomorrow morning. So I scheduled a meeting next morning, and I was so nervous in the evening before because what do I do here? I've never been in this situation. And I start thinking, my grandparents, the Second World War, and the stories we have seen in movies. And I felt I was unfortunately, part of this story as well. And so we met next morning, and the first thing we did was sharing our stories and kind of a support network on what we have all experienced, and could share ideas and so forth. And one of the things we did, we hired 4 psychologists to help out the locals. Some was child psychologists so they can help the children, and some was helping the adults. And they all like that. So we have now shared those psychologists within the network. And then we said, okay, let's raise $1 million. Not necessary to help on a daily basis because we all have our own respective funds and can help out, but it's more how do we rebuild the dynamics community when the war is over. So we put in place this GoFundMe and say let's raise $1 million, and then we are meeting in the first we met weekly and was just kind of helping out each other. Now we're meeting every second week where we I figure what else can we do, and when there's some funding needs, we discuss that and make a quick decision, and then help those families there's a need. So that's what we're doing, and it's been phenomenal to see 6-7 companies that's fighting from a competitor normally, and we're stealing people from each other. Now just all came together and are helping out, and we committed to open an office in Romania. So we are helping, whoever needs to go to Romania. We have a system where we have an apartment or 3 different apartments. Some did it in Poland, others did it in Hungary. So that's the way we're helping each other instead of, trying to do all ourselves. It's been phenomenal. I'm so happy that all the CEOs and their companies have been so helpful with each other.
So as software CEOs, it really changed, what you did on a day-to-day basis.
It did. It did. It's kind of funny. We all have talked about how difficult COVID is. I think COVID has been the easiest the last 2.5 years, because here you're talking about crisis management on a level that nobody have tried for many, many years. And I actually felt that COVID had helped me a little bit, because when COVID hit, we just was thinking about the people and people's life. But what I've realized is that if you don't focus on the business, you start having other challenges. So here, we got together and said, yes, we need to focus on people's life. And here we talk about, real life. But we also need to focus on the business, because the better business it is, the better we can actually help in the end. So we're very good at managing both parties. And for me, it's, we take care of our own, and team members, we take care of our own is one of our core values. And we're living and breathing that more than ever, because if every day we wake up, what else can we do? And it's really connected. The entire world has been connected. There's a few countries that probably hasn't been connected with the rest of the world, but the world has really been connected and understanding that we need to help each other. And I'm just amazed on how the world has been helping Ukraine, and I've been amazed how our US and Canadian team are reaching out and helping. It's beautiful to watch, even that, of course, the war is terrible, what's going on, but I just love how people are helping out.
And, as a company and as a group of companies that are involved with this fund, it sounds like, your teams are going to be there for the long term to take care of these people, to make sure that eventually they get back to a normal life. Yes,
we of course, we had the dialogue, and we had people questions say, is it smart being in Ukraine? We were in Russia as well, and we were in Belarus as well. So talking about having a conflict couple of weeks. Russia was easy. We had only 7 team members, and we terminated them immediately and just felt that was the right thing. And those 7 Russian team members, of course, felt really bad about the situation, was not proud of their country, and they understood why we did what we did. Belarus was more complicated because we have more people and they have been working, with each other for many, many years. We actually offered all the Belarusians to relocate to Poland, and 100% said yes. So everybody from Enavate are relocating to Belarus, so from Belarus to Poland. And then we said, we are not exiting Ukraine. We're actually doing the opposite. We're going to ramp up as much as we can. We're going to continue with our intern programs, and we're going to invest even more and really have Ukraine as a hub, because that country is phenomenal. I've known that for the 8 years I've been working with them, and they're phenomenal. They're smart people, and the world have now been exposed to how smart they are. Everybody's saying, Russia, 2 days, they will take over Ukraine. But no, now we're talking about Ukraine is going to win over Russia. So we knew that. So we are not exiting. We are doing the opposite and keep ramping up.
Okay. So Thomas, how can people get involved with your fund?
So we have our GoFundMe, and I hope you can share the link.
I'll put the links in on this podcast.
Yeah. So we are asking for donations, and what our donations mainly will go for is to rebuild the Dynamics community. We have had people that have lost family members. We have also some have lost their lives. We have people that have lost their houses, everything they own. We had one team member that just built a house. There's nothing left at all. So our fund is to rebuild the Dynamics community. We will, of course, when we see things on the fly that people need help, we of course helping. So the CEOs for the companies, we're meeting, as I said, every second week, and then whatever request there is for anyone that has anything to do with Dynamics in Ukraine can ask for that. Then we look at that and then of course help that. So I'm asking people to donate to that fund, and then that will help rebuilding the Dynamics community in Ukraine.
Okay, Thomas, thank you very much for coming on the show. And we really, I got to say, the Dynamics community appreciates what you're doing here.
Thank you. And thank you for inviting me. Thank you for letting me share my story.
Okay, bye for now.
Thanks.